Hello, T-Bird fans, and welcome back once again to another great episode here. With me, we have Coach Angel Sharman to talk a little bit more about last week, this week, and all the fun stuff in between.
Excellent. Thank you.
So let's get right into it. So last week, the good, the bad, and what can be improved?
I think the good part is we competed very well and very hard and showed some grit against number 8, Odessa. We lost in 5. And then we turned around and played number 4, New Mexico Military, which was a good battle as well, and we won that one. Then we turned around and played Lee. They're a strong team as well. And then we lost to CSI. I think that was a little bit rough, but at the same time, we just played back-to-back and played a strong 5th set against Odessa, and then just had to turn around and play CSI 20 minutes later. So our legs were a little bit dead, but CSI is pretty good, and I could see them probably jumping up a little bit in the rankings.
All right. So let's take this game by game. So we had a tough first game against Odessa. Went into 5. Kind of tell me a little bit about what you saw within that game that was either the good, the bad, or the improved.
Yeah, I think I think we should have. In my opinion, in my eyes, we should have beat them a little bit. But, we struggled a little bit mid-game with our passing. And so I think that hurt us a little bit. We just kind of got down on the 5th set with our a little bit of passing errors. And then we just couldn't fight back, or we just didn't have enough time to fight back. So passing was a little bit of the key, I think, against Odessa for sure.
And then we've talked a little bit already about CSI and just kind of that quick turnaround. I guess, what do you need between games in order to prepare for that next one?
Well, I think we definitely needed, at least an hour and a half break, because we didn't have time to eat anything. And so they didn't eat till like at 11:30 in the morning, and then we played at 2 o'clock and then back to back. So their next meal was like at 8 o'clock. So it was just tough just to play that long five-game match with Odessa, and then turn around against a strong CSI that has a middle that is just phenomenal. And so we just didn't have a block up there, and then defensively we're moving slow. And so our mental, I think, capacity was just tired.
I mean, you can't put too much on the team after, battling a tough team and then going and quick turnaround. So,
yeah.
But we'll come back and talk a little bit more about CSI,
Absolutely.
though, because we've got some exciting stuff coming up this weekend for that.
Correct.
But let's get a little bit more excited for this New Mexico team. So they're ranked 4. You go and beat them in 5. Tell me the excitement behind that.
Well, I was a little concerned because our first set against them, we got crushed. And I just don't know if we weren't awake yet and things, but we just weren't moving very slow. And so then we had a little bit of changed our game plan against them. They have a very, very good middle from Brazil that if they passed the ball well, she was going to crush it. And so we had a game plan of trying to take the setter out and have her take the first ball. And so once we started doing that, and then Katarina with her good short serve, we started serving to the middle person and took her out of her game plan. So we knew that they were always going to go to the outside or the opposite. So we took the middle out, we took the setter out, and it was really good to see how the team responded and really showed that they can actually do what our game plan is. And I think they saw that it was working and continued to do it.
Just talk about the potential of this team, because you now have a couple of wins over ranked opponents. You're doing well. Just tell me about how the excitement, the potential that this team has.
I'm pretty excited. I mean, we always start a set behind. I don't know what it is, but we always I have to call a timeout 7-1 or 7-2 every single time. But this team just shows extreme aggressiveness and grit. They will never give up. It doesn't matter what the score is. And so I do think there's potential. If we can start out strong and maintain that, I think this team can be pretty deadly. But they're fun to watch because they do hustle and show that they really work together.
Oh, that's awesome to hear. And I mean, you mentioned one of the players, but let's talk specifically about 2. Mia Hutchinson,
Yes.
the outside hitter. She is, I believe, number 10 in kills right now in the nation.
She is.
And then from just our previous conversation, sounds like she had all tournament.
She made all tournament team this past weekend, and she is our go-to. She's our leader. She just works hard offensively, defensively, and I think people just look up to her, and she just gives it her all every single play.
That's great. And to have a great hitter, you need a great setter, which you mentioned her, Katarina.
Yeah.
She's just outside the top 5 at number 6 in the nation with assists. Tell us a little bit about her.
Yeah, she's been doing really well. Last year we did a 6-2 offense where she didn't play all the way around, but we're having her play all the way around this year. Blocking has improved, and she just sees the court a little bit better than she was last year, and so which is great. And again, if the ball is tight, she's able to put the ball up where our hitters can attack it. And right now our passes are they're on or off, and so she hustles after that ball and she gets the ball to where the hitters can attack it. And that's definitely what you need from your quarterback, I'm going to say, of your team, and you have to get a good placement of the ball for your hitters to hit it, and she's working her tail off to make that ball better for our hitters.
Well, it's definitely exciting to hear about some of not just those two, but the whole team really kind of improving, kind of hopefully starting to hit their stride kind of mid-season, and hopefully, especially when region play comes around, we'll start seeing
2 weeks.
2 weeks until region play. So that brings us into this weekend. We've got another tournament up in Twin Falls, and we've got lots of competition again, just like this last week.
We do.
And a rematch.
And a rematch.
Tell us about what to expect.
I'm excited for the rematch just because we are going to be fresh. We're going to play CSI on Thursday evening, so it'll be like a home match for them. But I truly believe it's going to be tough because they are good. They have a fantastic setter, and like I said, they have a middle that is just dominant and an outside. And their libero's good. They have great ball control, and when they do that, so we're going to have a game plan for them, and hopefully we can follow through with it like we did against military. So we'll see what happens, but I think we can give them a better battle than we did when we first saw them.
Absolutely. And then you have more than likely a JV squad from a university, and then you have 2 other ranked opponents. What are we thinking about going into those?
I don't know anything about the JV. It's Providence University, and so again, they could be playing juniors as well in their JV squad. So we'll still have to be prepared for them. But I think Saturday is going to be our big challenge as well, because we'll play Salt Lake, which is ranked, and then Eastern Utah, which is ranked, and those are back to back. And
of course.
It is what it is, but I think, we got to see Salt Lake this weekend, and they're really good, and so we're going to have to play strong defense against them and pass the ball well. We've been struggling a little bit passing, but we'll have to have a little bit better ball control against the next 2 on Saturday, and it'll be fun because Jocelyn will be playing against her sister against Eastern Utah, so we'll have a little bit of a rivalry there.
Ooh, a sibling rivalry. You got to spice things up a little bit once in a while. I love it. So then, here, let's one more question for you. So the key to success for this weekend, what do you think it is for your squad?
Serve aggressive and then pass well. I think if we pass well and serve aggressive, I think we'll be in the hunt of every match that we play. And we've been doing that from the beginning. I think we've been serving aggressive, but we've been getting a lot of serving errors at the same time. So if we can cut down a little bit on those service errors and then improve our passing just a little bit, I think we'll be right there. Because when we are in system, we're pretty strong.
Awesome. Well, it sounds like one exciting weekend with some tough competition, a little sibling rivalry to spice things up, and I think we're all just excited to see how our squad does.
I hope so. You can't get better without competition, so, that's what we do.
Love it. All right. Well, thank you very much, Coach. And
thank you.
We'll see you next time.